What's up, y'all? Welcome back. And today we're going to talk about my E3 haul. That's right. E3 gives you swag. Well, it gives you stuff that can help with your swag. So, first off, we're going to talk about Bethesda. So, over at Bethesda, they had a couple games that they were showing off. So, of course, one being Fallout 76, another being Rage, that I got to check out. So, Rage reminded me a lot of like Mad Max. It was pretty much set in like Thunderdome days. One of the main characters, her weapon is a kind of boomerang thing. So she throws and cuts people up. Yeah. So right here you got a keychain that has that. I guess it's called a tri-ring. I can't remember exactly what the name of it was, but that was pretty cool that we got a keychain with it on there, and the keychain spins. So over at Fallout 76, you got your Vault Boy mask. So this was your protective mask for when you go out into the world, when you actually leave the vault. You got your cup to pour your Nuka-Cola in. And you got your party hat and your horn. There we go. And what was really cool is you actually got a Nuka-Cola from them. They give you Nuka-Cola to take with you. So that was pretty cool. So it's Nuka-Cola Quantum. And it's Berry Lemonade Soda, which is actually very cool. It's by Jones Cola. So shout out to Jones Cola for this. This is awesome. I don't know if I actually want to open it. I might drink Shade Darknesses and keep this one. Hey, ow! She heard me. So those are the two things that I got to check out really over in Bethesda. Over in Ubisoft, they had a lot of really cool games. So one of those games is the next Assassin's Creed Odyssey game. So this one's set this one is set in ancient Rome. So you're playing a Spartan, and one of the missions I got to do, I pretty much got to kill Athenians on a boat in the water, sinking ships. Yeah, that was pretty cool. You're commanding the ship. You're firing fire javelins and arrows at them. I thought I heard something. And you can actually ram the ships too, which is actually pretty cool. I sank 2 of them that way. I just kind of split the ships in half. It was fun. Also from Ubisoft, I took, and for doing a survey on Assassin's Creed, I got to get a lanyard from them that was actually pretty cool. It's an Ubisoft lanyard. You don't really see white lanyards that much. And I got to try out Division 2. So Division 2 is going to be based in Washington, D.C., and it looks like it's not as much of the green virus as it is just anarchy and chaos that are plaguing Washington, D.C. So it was really cool. You got an armband, and you got a Velcro patch to go on that armband, so you can take and put it on either arm, doesn't matter. And I thought that was pretty cool that they gave you that. And I got to try out the gameplay, and one of the big changes I saw that they made in the game is that there's different classes now. So you have different classes with different specialties. So they have a different special skill that they have. So there's like a sniper, there's a medic, there's a heavy that has a grenade launcher. I was actually pleasantly surprised that they took and they made that small change to where you're not having everybody just running whatever. And you can carry up to 4 weapons down to let you run in a 4-man fire team still. So that was pretty cool. Also over there, of course, Just Dance. They had their dance parties going on. And then there was a couple games that I hadn't seen before. So there was Skull and Bones. So Skull and Bones is a pirate game, which is pretty much it's coming to the end of the time of the pirates, and pretty much you're playing as a pirate captain, and you're going to take and band with the other pirates to keep piracy alive, while betraying each other and getting betrayed by each other, and yeah, so pretty much piracy at its best. And then also there was a game called Starlink that was there that actually caught my attention. This game is gonna be available for, I believe, all consoles. Well, I know for sure Xbox and PlayStation 4 will have it. But you actually have to get the ships that go with it. So with this game, it reminded me a lot of like Disney Infinity and Skylanders, where you actually need the characters in order to play them in the game. But with this game, you can customize your ships by putting the attachments on the ships. So you get your ship, you actually plug your ship into your controller, and the ship is on your controller, and whatever ship is on your controller, that is your avatar ship. So that was pretty fun. And then from there, you actually put weapons. You can add weapons onto the ship besides your basic weapons. So you can add like rocket launchers, lasers, things like that, which is actually, that was pretty cool, that whatever attachments you add to the ship, that's your loadout for your ship. Let's see, that's everything that I got to try over at Ubisoft. Moving on, I only really checked out one thing from the WB, and that was the DC Supervillains. So Lego's coming out with a new game, DC Supervillains, and it's all about the villains this time. So, going in, and you got to create your own villain. So the villain I created, I want to say he was Hornet Hurricane. Yeah, he had electric powers, but could fly. And just for going on and creating your villain, you got a Joker keychain. So that was pretty cool. You got your little Joker keychain, because who's the greatest DC villain of all time? The Joker. So that was pretty awesome that you got that. For those Fortnite fans out there, they had a whole Fortnite area out there for you. And I went over and I didn't play it because you all know I'm not a big fan of Fortnite, but they were giving away some pretty cool stuff, so I went and checked it out anyway. So Fortnite, for those of you that play the game, you'll know what this is. They have the Fortnite cup, so it's the clear cup, but when you put cold liquid in it, it turns blue. So that was actually pretty cool. And then they were giving out a couple pins over at Fortnite. I only got one of the Epic Game pins, but they also have the Omen pins. So the Omen pin is right here, is Fortnite, and it has the pick for when you gathering your materials. And I thought that was pretty cool that Omen Computer Systems was taking and doing these. It's Omen by HP. So they were giving out these pins. You can come check out their site and you get a little discount from it because they give you a promo code. Alright. And then for going to the Fortnite dance party and doing a little dance from Fortnite, you got pins. So I got the disco grenade ball. So I got the disco grenade pin is what I got. So that was pretty cool. And Shay Darkness already claimed this one for herself. I went over and I tried Realm Royale. Ugh, it's a tongue tie. Realm Royale for the first time ever over at the Mixer booth. So going over, checking out the Mixer booth, you get a Mixer pin. It was actually pretty cool. And then with Realm Royale, they're doing this new thing called the Hyper Zone. So with the Hyper Zone and Mixer, they're actually kind of trying to change the game with live streaming. So with live streaming on Mixer, if you play like Royale games and things like that, where you get down to like the final 3 and stuff like that, the top 10, the final 10 and stuff like that, what they're doing is they're doing it kind of like the NFL Red Zone, to where with the NFL Red Zone channel, it pops to whatever team's in the red zone and it shows what's happening in the red zone. Well, they're doing that with Hyperlink, to where you get into, once it gets down to like a certain number of players left in the match, it'll switch it over to that channel to watch it. So if you're one of those players that are constantly getting into like the final 10 and things like that, it will take it, it'll kind of throw you into the hyper zone to where you'll go from having one or two maybe people watching to like 1,000 people watching, because they're all watching the hyper zone at the same time, and it'll flip to your channel, which is actually pretty cool. And it was actually pretty cool. I got to watch one of my friends win on the hyper zone. I was actually standing behind him while it was happening, but he popped up on the screen because he was in the final 3 and then the final 2, and he actually took the whole match in Realm Royale. And shout out to Reevy. I'm trying to think. I'll put a link down to his channel on Twitch down in the description bar, because I don't think I could say that on YouTube. So yeah. So for going over and playing Realm Royale in the Mixer Hyperzone, you got your Mixer Hyperzone Live shirt. So that was pretty cool. I got the shirt from it. Alright, so while wandering around, we came across over at crazygear.com, their booth. I was looking at them like, what is that bag? And it turns out that it's the world's first PC Tower backpack. So the backpack's designed to carry your tower in there if you ever need to move it, or if you need to take it with you somewhere, like you're going to play somewhere and you want to take your tower with you. You can actually load everything up, keyboard, monitor, small monitor, everything into your backpack and take it with you all at once. So I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, Ant-Man and Wasp both had their uniforms there. Well, they both had their super suits. So going on, taking a picture with the suits, and tweeting it, I was able to get an exclusive Ant-Man and the Wasp, sorry. Gotta say it like a Tribe Called Quest, gotta say the whole thing. I got to get an exclusive comic book that was only given out at E3. Excuse me, that was only given out at E3. So that was pretty cool. You know how I was talking about Drake's Cakes? And well, Drake's Cakes took and they gave me a t-shirt with the Kung Fu Duck on it, cause his cakes kick, apparently. It's like a Hadouken in your mouth. I know these puns are horrible. A Kamehameha wave for your tongue. And then over on PlayStation side, I took and got a newspaper for Spider-Man. So that was pretty cool. They made a full-on newspaper for you. And they had these out and actual little newspaper stands, which is actually pretty cool. So like, you're going through New York and saw newspaper stands, was like, what is that? And then also over at PlayStation, I played Destiny 2 Forsaken, and playing the game mode Gambit, I was able to get a card for a special emblem. So I'm gonna add this code onto my profile and put that emblem on. So that was actually pretty cool. Over in Square Enix, we saw Final Fantasy Brave, and I always butcher that. It's Exvius, something like that. I always butcher that word. I want to say Exvius. But yeah, and Just Cause 3, they were hanging out together, and I got this poster from them, and then on the back side, it's all pixelated, which is actually pretty cool. They did the pixel ones. And also for Just Cause 3, I got these hats. It was actually pretty cool. They were giving out baseball caps. It was actually pretty cool there. And also, I got this from Final Fantasy 14. So Final Fantasy 14, they were giving out these giant bags, which are actually really cool. They had the one strap, you throw it on kind of like a satchel, or you could just rock it like a cape. It's actually pretty cool. Alright, let's see what other goodies I got. So, as I said, I went over and I got to play Super Smash Brothers, and Super Smash Brothers is giving out these cool little pins right here. And I'll probably put a little picture up right here that'll show the pin a little better for you. And if you were watching my live streams, you know that I found a game over in Nintendo that I actually liked a lot. That was actually pretty fun, and it involved ninjas. Yeah, I know I'm a bit of a goofball. So it involved ninjas, it involved bubblegum, and it involved giant bats. Kinda like this one. Hi. So the game is called Ninjala, and in this game you play as a ninja kid, and as a ninja kid, it's like all the regular ninjas have disappeared. So you're a ninja kid, and it involves ninja bubblegum. So the ninja bubblegum gives you certain abilities that you can use your ninjutsu on. So with it, you can blow a bubble, and that bubble will determine the size of your weapon, size of your bat. So if you blow a small bubble and you cast your weapon, you'll create a small bat. Small bats, they move fast, but they don't do a lot of damage. You create a huge bubble and craft your weapon. It'll make a giant bat that does a lot of damage, but it swings very slowly. And then if you a medium one, best of both worlds. So you get medium speed, good amount of damage done with it. And so for playing the game, there was a couple ways you could play. You could play a regular casual match, which was three people match, and that's where you got the giant bats from and the masks. And then there was a 4-person match that was up on stage. So I went and did that. I drug Shay Darkness up there with me. So we played, and we got these pins. So they have 4 different pins, and they come in these little bubblegum containers, which is actually pretty cool. So we got all 4 of those. And then for playing up on stage, they did a thing to where if you came in first place in your match, you got a t-shirt. So I thought that was pretty cool that I took and I actually came in first place. So I got this purple Ninjala t-shirt. And I got the chance to play in the big tournament, the 8-person tournament after, because apparently I did pretty good in my 4-person match. And in the big tournament, you got to play against 2 pros and 6. It was 2 pros and 6 regular players. I was one of those regular players. And yeah, the pros are really good. Like, really good. Like, I got wrecked. It was ugly. Real ugly. Yeah. That was my haul from E3. It was actually pretty fun. I got a lot of cool stuff. And I also got to exchange information with a couple of really cool people that take and work in the gaming and media industry and things like that. So that was actually very cool that they gave me cards, I gave them cards. So see what goes from there. Down below, tell me what was your favorite thing that I got out of E3, and if you went to E3, what was your favorite thing you got out of E3? Other than that, don't forget to turn that bell on, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll talk to you later. Deuces.